It's been quite a while since we're carrying the Acebeam K1 as our regular EDC. Basically, we were looking for something compact, lightweight, and simple enough to carry every day. This one checked those boxes, and in some cases, even more. But it also brings 3 different light sources in one body. After using it for months on hikes, camp setups, and everyday tasks, we've come to appreciate not just what it can do on paper, but how it actually works in practice. Well, this is exactly what we got once it came. We can see the flashlight itself, the included 14500 rechargeable 1000 mAh battery, a USB-C charging cable, a couple of spare O-rings, a wrist lanyard, the user manual, and the warranty card, all tucked neatly inside the bright orange packaging. To us, it felt like Acebeam kept things simple but thoughtful. Everything we actually need to get going right away without forcing you to buy extras. The fact that the rechargeable cell comes pre-included felt like a nice touch. Overall, the whole package gave us the impression of a purpose-built tool, ready to be carried and used straight out of the box. Now, if we talk about regular use, the flashlight seems way too easy to carry, weighs less than 3 ounces or 77 grams, and a little over 4 inches long. It doesn't feel bulky in a pocket. The pocket clip makes it simple to attach to a belt or pack strap, and we found ourselves clipping it to a jacket pocket just as often. To us, that portability is what makes it a true EDC tool. Bigger tactical lights might throw further or run longer, but they usually end up sitting at home because they're a pain to carry. The K1, on the other hand, is the kind of light you always have with you, and that alone makes it valuable. What made it feel different from most small flashlights we've carried is the fact that it comes with 3 distinct light sources. The main one right here is a basic white LED that puts out up to 1000 lumens on high mode with a beam throw of over 700 feet on paper. Although we didn't measure point to point, we found that beam plenty bright for night hikes and camp chores. The tint looks clean, and the throw distance gave us confidence when scanning ahead on trails or looking across an open field. The second feature is this green laser, and while we thought it might feel like a gimmick, it actually proved useful. On group hikes, we used it to point out landmarks at night without wasting battery by flooding the entire area with light. The third source is the UV mode, which came in handy for spotting reflective trail markers, checking tent seams for leaks, and even quick gear inspections. To us, having these 3 options in a light this small makes it feel more like a multi-tool than just a flashlight. Using the K1 felt quite straightforward. The magnetic rotary switch let us move between the different light sources. Now, at first, it felt a bit different, but after a little while, we got comfortable cycling modes. The tactical tail switch adds the ability to quickly turn it on and off, or adjust brightness levels, which is useful when you just need instant light. The only control that felt less intuitive to us is the strobe function. It requires quick rotary movements to activate, and in a high-stress moment that feels a bit less natural than a dedicated button. It works, but it's something we'd call more complicated than it needs to be. Power is where the K1 shows some real thoughtfulness. It comes with a 14500 rechargeable battery that includes a USB-C port built right into it. Charging directly through the battery is simple, and it eliminates the need to carry a separate charger on trips. If we talk about battery backup, we got close to 2.5 hours on medium brightness, about half an hour to 1 hour on high intensity, and about uncountable hours on low 9 lumen mode. But what we really appreciated over time is that it also runs on a standard AA battery. For us, that backup option adds a layer of reliability. On longer camping weekends when recharging wasn't an option, we swapped in AA's and still had enough light to get by. Sure, the brightness dropped compared to the 14500, but it was good enough to keep moving, and that flexibility makes it more dependable than single battery flashlights. The only thing missing is a battery indicator. There were a few nights when we wished we had a clearer sense of how much charge was left instead of just guessing. Durability has been another highlight. The body is made from Al6061T6 aluminum with a hard anodized finish, and it's rated IP68, which means it's both dust-proof and waterproof, down to about 6.5 feet for 30 minutes. It's also drop-resistant to around 5 feet. We didn't baby it, and it's been through wet nights, gravel drops, and being shoved in with other gear. To us, it feels like it can handle outdoor abuse without issue. The anodization hasn't scratched easily, and overall it looks and feels like gear we can trust when conditions aren't ideal. What's really kept the K1 in our everyday carry rotation is how often it's actually useful. On night hikes, the white beam has been bright enough to keep us moving confidently without needing a headlamp. Setting up camp after dark has been easier with a compact light that clips to a pocket and frees up hands. The UV mode helped us find reflective tabs on gear when everything else blended into the dark. Even in everyday use, it's become the light we grab to check the yard at night, dig something out of the car, or just walk around the neighborhood. The green laser still feels like a bonus feature, but we've ended up using it to point out things in the distance more times than we expected. Of course, there are areas where it could improve. Like we mentioned, the strobe function isn't the easiest to access, and it feels like something you'd want to be quicker and simpler in a tactical-style flashlight. The lack of a battery indicator also means you occasionally end up running it lower than expected. And while the compact size is what makes it so easy to carry, some of us found ourselves wishing for a larger version built around an 18650 battery to get longer run times. To us, those aren't deal breakers, but they are worth noting. After months of carrying it, the Acebeam K1 has proven to be more than just another small flashlight. It seemed to us the real value lies in its combination of compact size, multi-light versatility, and rugged build quality. It's a piece of gear that doesn't just sit in a drawer. We carry it on hikes, we keep it clipped for camp setups, and it's become part of our everyday rotation. While it's not perfect, it's earned a spot because it works reliably in the moments we actually need it. And that's what makes the difference between a tool you carry and a tool you trust. So, yeah, that was pretty much everything about it. Feel free to reveal your thoughts in the comments section and share this video if you find it helpful. And to know more about outdoor products, reviews, and buying guides, you can visit our website, gooutdoorzone.com.